everybody. Still playing with my new toy. Trying to get settings together and sounds, background sounds together. Things of that nature. I can't help but just continue to speak about who we are because it's important that we know these things. It's time for we, Aboriginal Copper Colored American, to rebuild uh, our, our nation, our country. We are a nation, we are a country, and we deserve to be, we should be a part of the world. We are cut off from the world because we don't know who we are. We have strange soil, strange uh, land on our soil. And I can't do this because I got it. But like I was saying, strange land on our soil. The United States can never be anything but what they are. They're not a country. They're a group of people who got together to separate themselves from a government that treated them badly. And they ran their happy asses over here. Took over our stuff. Did you know that the King George that's written about in the Declaration of Independence is a brother? I have receipts. I have receipts. He's a brother. He's melaninated. He's not pale face. So imagine how they could have possibly felt running from there to get away and escape from a brother, to run to a continent full of brothers and sisters, full of melaninated people. Imagine how that could have possibly felt. But it's time for us to reunite, put pieces of the puzzles that we each have on our own together, put our heads together, come together, and rebuild America. Rebuild Turtle Island. It was never America, but the reason I call it America is because all of the paperwork that the paleface documented has America written on it. Now, once we get it together, we can call it what we want. But for the sake of proof and documentation of the fraud and the vicious acts done against my people, we'll call it America. But that's not the name of it. Our ancestors called it Turtle Island. So, I hope that people will watch these videos, leave comments in the comment section with some ideas on how we can connect to put this into fruition. It's time. The things that are going on around us is proof positive that it's time. Nothing, baby, nothing. Yeah. I know it's okay. It's okay. I'm still recording. It's okay. You can be on there. Ain't no what we hiding? We ain't hiding nothing. You can be on there. You got something to say? Oh, okay. Well, if you ever do have something to say, just come on in and get in, and there you go. We ain't got nothing to hide. What the hell? But like I was saying, it's the things that are going on around us worldwide, not just here. Worldwide, the world is being exposed, and it just proves positive that it's time for us, the copper-colored people, the Aboriginal American, to put our coins and our pieces and our thinking and our experiences together and rebuild what our ancestors built. We can do it. It's in our DNA. Everything will come to us once we start putting it together. All we have to do is take the step out on faith, and it'll all come together. Everything we need to do will all come to us. We are the chosen of the Almighty Creator, Yah, and He is with us. Whether you believe in Him or not is irrelevant. Whether you believe what I say to be true is irrelevant. Prove me wrong. Get to researching and prove me wrong. That's all I can say. But it's time for us to put some pieces together. Pieces that some of us have been working on our pieces for years, decades even. And we just didn't know that there were others out there piecing and putting things together as well. Now that we have the information highway called the internet, we can find these things out. I had a brother ask me, what do we do? Because he's been studying for years. And I told him, stand on it. We have all the information that we need. All we have to do is stand on it. Put what you know together with what I know together, and we start rebuilding this nation. Rebuilding this country. We are a country. We could do independent international trade. I mean, yes, that's why our ancestors weren't allowed to read. I'm gonna say it like that. If they were caught reading, they would kill them. And no one asked themselves, and this is vitally important for me to know, why was it so important for such things to be done to a people? They didn't want us to know what they were doing. They didn't want us to know what they were doing because we could do it ourselves. We actually taught them. Our ancestors actually taught them what they didn't want us to know. We already had this established. Our ancestors had this established, baby, and it was beautiful. But they took all of that. They hid it. We're living right now in this time in what they call the apocalypse. Now, everybody's been brainwashed to believe that the apocalypse is this dangerous, harmful, cause of death activity, or let's see what the word I'm looking for is. Event that's going to take place, and it's going to kill everybody, and it's not going to be nothing but ruins left and all of this. And if you look at the book of Eli, you'll see what I'm talking about if you've ever seen it. That's supposed to be post-apocalypse. Baby, the word apocalypse only means to unveil that which is hidden. The truth. Apocalypse is another word for truth. And that is what is being revealed right now in this time. Truth. When the Bible speaks of the end of the world, it's not the end of the world. It's just the end of the world as we know it, as we have been accustomed to. A new time. My son brought something to my attention many years ago. He's such a smart baby. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. He is so, like his mom, he's inquisitive. He's a thinker. He said, Mom, they talk about this global warming, but what if it's just that we're changing, what did he call it? The season, I can't think of what he called it. An age. What if we're just changing? What if the age is just changing? Like the ice age was the winter, and we're entering into the spring age, or the summer age, or the fall age. Because who's to say we even know the seasons as being in that order? Maybe they go in a whole different order. Maybe winter is first and summer is last. You know, we don't know the order of things because we've been conditioned, brainwashed with bleach with this pale faces analysis of everything. He don't know shit. You don't know nothing. Don't know nothing. They were stripped of their pigmentation because of their wrongdoings, okay? In other words, they are in the image of the destroyer. We're in the image, made in the image of the Creator. The melaninated, copper-colored people. And the pale face is made in the image of the destroyer. You have to have balance, good and evil, and up and down, in and out. You have to have balance. They're the balance to our existence. That's all they are. That's all their purpose is. And we have been so conditioned and brainwashed with their lies that we lost. But it's in our DNA. It's in our DNA. We can definitely get it back. If we watch the use of that fluoride product, because it calcifies the pineal gland. That's up in your brain. That's your what's the word I'm looking for? That's your antenna to the Creator. That's your senses to the Creator. That's your radio frequency to the universe. Some people don't call it, they call it the universe. It's never a God. Look that word up etymologically. It's a dictionary online called Etymology Online. Look it up. It's ugly, honey. It goes along with the witchcraft of the spell. You don't know what these people have shoved down our throats, down our ancestors' throats. It's not our language until we come to that realization that this language is not our native language, our native tongue. And stop claiming things that we know nothing about. You know nothing about it. If you can't explain it to yourself in vivid detail, you don't know a damn thing about it. And you following up behind something that you have no clue as to what you're doing. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk about 100. They want to talk about 100 and they on 50. And I got some people who talk 100 and they on 10. Ain't nothing about them 100 anything. They full of lies, deceit, and usury. They will use you until they suck you dry. So beware, buyer beware. The saying buyer beware is so beautiful in Latin terms. It's so beautiful, but I can't think of it right now. You know that damn anesthesia that they had me on life support did something. My memory is not as sharp as it once was, but I promise you I'm gonna get it back. I'm determined to get it back, because I used to be able to quote some things, baby. Laws and uniform commercial codes, United States codes, Ohio revised codes. I could just roll them off my tongue like it wasn't nothing. Today I have to stop and think about, now wait a minute. Bible verses, all kinds of things, but the anesthesia did something to me. I'm gonna get it back. I'm determined to get it back, baby. I promise you. I done come a long way. I've come a long way. I've come a long way. My pulmonary doctor, I don't see him anymore. He told me that I amazed him. Every time I went to see him, he told me I was an amazement to him. Because as sick as I was, as sick as they claim I was, people that have been in that situation that I was in the hospital for weeks, months. I was in there for, 10 days? From the 8th to the 18th? So I trust and believe, baby, the Creator created our bodies to heal itself. And mine's been getting down with the get down. So I'm going to get it back. I'm going to be able to quote my little stuff and spit it out like I used to. It'll be okay, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm have to think sometimes while I'm making my little videos on the word that I'm trying to use and this, that, and the other. But I'm going to get it back. I'm determined. I'm a determined, stubborn individual. And I'm going to get it back, baby. I work hard on it. But like I was saying, the fluoride calcifies the pineal gland, and you definitely need your pineal gland to be in operation, because it is the connection to all around you, all sources around you, nature, creator, universe, all such things. It is vitally important that pineal gland is in healthy working order. Because, contrary to belief now, I've heard people say that they, I don't like using the word, so I'm going to call it what it is. I'm going to call it the true definition that it is. That the incantation talks to them. But you ain't listening to goddamn good. Because you're phony as a $4 food stamp. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. But if their pineal gland was in correct operating order, they would hear very clear. Their intuition would be very clear. Now, I gotta say, I used toothpaste back in the day. I don't anymore. I brush my teeth with activated charcoal. But I used toothpaste back in the day, fluoridated toothpaste, and I try to get as much of it out of my drinking water as I can. I don't buy bottled water, because ain't no telling what the hell they putting in that. I don't trust them. I don't trust nothing. I'm cool. But anyway, I get as much calcium and all of the chemicals, because I could taste them if the water is not cold enough. I could taste the chemicals in the water. I could taste, it's terrible. But yeah, I do as best I can to get all that mess out of my drinking water, the best that I can. And I know the Creator's gonna always touch it and make sure it's good before it enters my body anyway, because I know Him that well. You know what I'm saying? You might not know what I'm saying, but if you know Him that well, you know you have no worries. There are no worries to be taken care of. And I'm gonna tell you that when I came, I don't know how much of it I came out of the anesthesia I'm speaking of, but I remember as aware as aware as I could be. I remember asking the Creator, I said, "Yeah, You said you created this body to heal itself. Make this body heal itself, y'all. Make this body heal itself. That's all I remember. The next time I was in any kind of consciousness, I looked up and saw all this. The first thing I saw was a cross. Oh my goodness. I went to talking. Yeah? That thing that's standing on that wall ain't got nothing to do with me. You know I don't believe in such things. Please don't let that be something that you hold against me, because it is not my belief. It is not, no, yeah. I don't like it. That's idolatry. That's idolatry. That's a commandment. I don't do them things. So I know he kept me safe. He kept me well. He kept my body healing itself. And I know him very well. And the reason that I stand so firmly on knowing him very well is because of the book of Job. He kept me in the book of Job for 3 months, reading it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the one thing that he made sure that I comprehended more than anything else in that book was the fact that Job's friends literally tested him, and the what y'all call the devil. I don't believe in giving him any recognition or any honor or anything by mentioning him, thinking about him, giving him any thought, but he's necessary in this story. He told Yah that the only reason we love Yah and obey Yah is because he takes care of us, gives us everything we need, gives us everything we want. But if he did not do that, giving us everything we need and giving us everything we want, that we would surely curse his name to his face. That devil said that we would, told my creator Yah, that we would curse his name to his face. Half of my people, over half of my people, the majority of my people don't even know his name. The majority of the people don't even know that when they say a certain name and pray to a certain name, and they say this name over and over continuously all through the day, that they are saying in another language translated into English, may the Almighty Creator's name and memory be blotted out. So you are cursing his name to his face and you don't even know it. Why do you not know it? Because you didn't take the time to find out the truth. You believed in a foreigner who created a foreign land on your soil, your pure soil. Give it to you. You didn't take time to find out anything, research anything. You just believed in the forked tongue word. My great grandmother used to say all the time that pale face speaks with a forked tongue. You be careful. When I was young, I was so confused. I didn't know what she was talking about, but it made sense when I got older. It made sense. Yes, they do speak with a forked tongue. They have many different languages, figures of speech in their one tongue. They have a legal term, medical term, a general term, terms and conditions. They speak with a forked tongue. They're liars. They say one thing and mean another. That's what the forked tongue actually that my great grandmother spoke of was meant for me to learn about. And she was so very, very true. So very true. I told you I have listened to that lady when I was young. I have listened to her. I heard her, but I didn't listen. But I'm grateful that I heard her, because today I listen. I practice a lot of what my great grandmama taught me, and I heard a lot of what she said, and it makes sense. Now I comprehend. But we have to get back everything that we've lost, that has been taken from us, that's been hidden from us. Are knowing the Creator, not believing in the God, not believing in anything else. Because I really, saying those words puts me in the category of saying what they really mean underneath. So therefore, I avoid saying them at all times. I'll call them by their definition, and people don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll do that before I call on those names and those titles, because they are very dangerous to our well-being. Very dangerous. Like I said, you saying one name, and you are literally saying, may the Almighty Creator's name and memory be blotted out, cursing His name to His face. That's written in the book of Job. But I'm going to end this one here because I'm cooking me some green beans for breakfast, and I smell them. I smell them. They smell it good, y'all. I'm telling you, yeah, we got to get on the healthy kick because I got to get rid of this diabetes and shit. But I'll talk to you soon. I love you.